Okay, so now this piece, see the screw goes on here.
It slots in there.
Right in there.
Right.
Because this is going to get clamped here. So. Let's see how
Is that
this
clamped
works.
pretty tight or?
Very tight. This is what drags the tubing around.
So that's got to be screwed in.
So it's got to be pretty tight. Okay, here we go.
All right. Go. Yeah, look at that. Now that's a 90 degree, and obviously you can go.
It'll go a long way
further.
around.
Yes. Wow. And then we dismantle it. That's it, right? And so, how do you know it's 90 degrees? You're using your dial here, right?
No, I'm eyeballing.
You're just eyeballing it. Yeah. Okay, we're trying to replicate this pipe first, which is one of the pipes, the long pipe that goes on the rear axle from the driver's side rear brake. And we're using Ken's patented pipe bending machine.
Okay.
Okay, we're adjusting the grub screw.
Okay, so that pinches the tubing. This side over here is the guide, so that it wraps around here precisely. Okay,
All right.
and we're ready.
I guess we're ready now.
Yeah.
We're going to hold this up here. Can you hold that in position? I'll hold the camera up here. There we are. So this needs to be. Hold it. This is not. No. That's it.
We got plenty of time yet.
There we are. Okay.
There we go.
A wee bit more.
Oh,
I think about another
there we go.
10 or 15 degrees. Oh, that's it. That's it, I think. Look. So now I'm going to pop this in here. Yes. Of course, it's not going to fit because of the bending, but
it's good though.
it's good. It's going to go up to.
Is that bend? Does it go back far enough?
Does it go back far enough?
Yeah, like up here. It's got to be even. Is it?
It doesn't go back far enough, really. If I screw this into here, it's a bit difficult because we got the diff in the way, but.
Okay, but twist it so that the bend goes backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. That's how we want it.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's it, the 3/16 one.
Yep.
Nice and level.
Okay. This has to go in here. This is going to go just about in there, right?
So along with Ken's bench-based bender, which he machined himself, here's a shot of the other bending tools and pipe cutting tools we used. The first one on the left there is a pretty cheap one I got from Amazon. Very effective, easy to use on the bench and in situ. The second one I got from ESM, but was really only good for holding on to the pipe, not really for bending. Third one is the pipe cutter. That's an old tool. Works really well, very simple to use. And the fourth one is the screw-driven bender, which was pretty good to use, and you can use it either in situ on the car or on the bench. And this is CAD in action here. It's cardboard aided design. Ken's a great practitioner of CAD.
No way. Don't blame that on me. There. There. Okay.
Sounds good. Now hopefully this is going to fit in here. One and a half inches. 1.5 inches. Okay, that's pretty good. So we got this front pipe. This is the brake switch connector, 3-way, 4 if you include the brake switch. We're gonna put some brake clips in here. Got it going nicely around the tie plate holes. And then down there, that should be right in the middle-ish. There's a grommet that goes in there. Now what we've got to do is underneath, we've got to bend this brake pipe up. There we are, you can see the brake pipe hanging down. It's got to join up with that connector right there. Right there. So we've got to do a nice 180-degree bend. So we're going to put the old flexible hose in here. Now we're going to have to bend this pipe. Let's see. Question is which way round. It's got to go this way. It's got to bend. There, we just got to bend it a little bit more, and I think that'll fit in. Now I might want to bend it round something slightly easier to use. So let's see whether we can find something. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Put a grommet on there. Might be straighten this, maybe straighten this little curve out on the bench, but not bad. So there's a pipe off the car. Just want to straighten up this this piece here a little bit. Oops, this piece here a little bit. Straighten that up, but it looks pretty good. It's just easier to bend the thing on the car if you can. So this is the left wheel. You can see the pipe there coming down from underneath the engine bay. You need to bend this pipe round so it'll reach under here, which is the end of the flexible hose. The flexible hose is fixed to the body here, and then of course connects to the wheel cylinders. So let's see. Using this little plastic pipe here, which is 6.5 inches long, which is near as done at the length of the pipe,
and basically I'm going to have to bend this copper nickel pipe like so. So it comes down like that. It's difficult to see. So we'll see how that goes. I've marked halfway along this plastic pipe, so I'll use that to mark the halfway point on here, on the pipe itself, and then put that in the bender and see how we go. Halfway along, which makes that is the halfway point on the pipe. We'll go with that. Probably doesn't matter if it's 1/4 of an inch off. Okay, so let's see, it appears to be bending in the right direction. You can see it better here, there. So if I keep on going in that plane to make a full 180, then we should be there. Okay, I bent it up by hand for the last piece around a socket, and I think that's going to work. So I'm continuing to work on the brakes. I've got various bits of brake line. Some are the replacement for the original, plus new pipes to fit the servo. Some of those are not going to work. They're going to have to be cut down. Bought a flaring tool, so that'll be an interesting process to see how that works. This is the mounting plate for the servo. We cut out a little piece here and a piece here to make it better fit at the bottom of the engine bay, on the floor of the engine bay. The servo kit came with a steel pipe with UNF fittings, which I'm not going to use. These are the crossover pipes which fit on the front back plates. I'm going to reuse those because those are in good condition, and it's one less thing to bend. These are the replacement ones. These have UNF fittings, so I'm going to use those later. Part of the problem with plumbing in the servo is BSF versus UNF fittings once again. So here's the servo. This is going to sit in the car like so, down here under the mounting plate. So those 3 holes there have been drilled for the mounting plate. We decided to cut down on the number of pipes needed for the servo by actually plumbing in to this banjo connector next to the light switch. So I see no reason why that shouldn't work. We got all the parts for it. Bought a new one when I was over at ESM in England in May. So it'll just make it a little bit easier, one less run. We don't have to use a 3-way connector here. That's the plan at least, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, the bracket for the servo is now fitted. Right here, I've got 3 holes into the tie plate here, and as you can see, we did a cutout here to allow this left-hand brake pipe to pass through, down through the tie plate. So that looks pretty neat. Okay, now we're just going to mount the servo in position so that we can start to create the other pipes that are required. Alright, so the servo will mount there, and as you can see it's a little shaky at the front. There is another mounting steady bar which comes from here, and we'll take it over to there. This is the pipe for the vacuum from the carb. This is the outlet. So we need to create a pipe, kind of an S-shaped pipe that'll come out here down to there. And this is the input for the master cylinder. So there'll be a pipe coming up here, which will snake up to here to connect. So I think that front stabilizer will be the next thing to do. Get that in place. So using a bit of cardboard aided design here to decide where to get the right bend there so they can fit against the firewall. Let's see, this will go around here. See if we can get that to fit on the car. That'll give us an idea about where to cut that. Okay. So that's going to be like that. This is going to reach out to here. Where can we bend it? Looks like it's going to be difficult to get both holes on there. I wonder if we can come out to there. I'll have to drill another hole. How would that work? That's not going to work. That's too far. Okay, if we bent it there, would that work? Looks like it might. So I'm going to bend it just a quarter of an inch above that other hole. Maybe I'll weld in that hole and then drill another one. It's going to be very close to the mounting point for the horn. So there are two horns. I have to think about that. Can't really put it anywhere else. Might just have to sacrifice that horn and maybe mount the horn here or something. Okay, I think a cup of tea is in order. This is not actually a right angle, it needs to be off at something like 45 degrees or something to make it fit. Oops. Okay, so we've tweaked the support bracket backwards and forwards with a hammer and a vise, and that, I think it's going to fit quite nicely. So what we're going to do is drill another hole here and then maybe weld up that hole there. Okay. Okay, so now we've shaped the top bracket, we've drilled another hole, and we welded in the existing hole and cleaned that up. Here we go. So the plan today is to fit the small pipe that goes from the nose of the servo down to the freeway connector here. And here is the pipe. Here's the practice pipe. Here's a bit of coat hanger. And here's the problem. This pipe has to have a UNF fitting from the servo and a BSF fitting into the three-way. And we bent that, well, Ken mostly bent that, so it almost fits, needs a little bit of tweaking. Here's the BSF fitting, which is fitted into the banjo there. So unscrew this. So this BSF fitting is going to go on here, but of course if you put it on, it only leaves less than an inch in which to flare. So we're going to have to straighten this out. Remember to put the nut on, then flare it, and then bend it again. Thought-provoking.